Deputy Chief Kinsella will provide an update on the investigation into the vandalism that took place last month on Locke Street. Deputy Chief.
Thanks, Lorraine. Good morning, everyone. The Hamilton Police Service has arrested an individual in connection with the vandalism that took place on Locke Street last month. On Saturday, March 3rd, 2018, at approximately 10 p.m., police responded to reports of a large group causing mischief in the Durand neighborhood. A group of about 30 individuals dressed in black clothing with their faces covered walked through the streets carrying a banner that said, "We are the ungovernables." The group began setting off fireworks, damaging vehicles, and throwing rocks at store windows. Police received further evidence linking the anarchist book fair at Westdale Secondary School on March 3rd and 4th to the events that took place on Locke Street. As a result of the ongoing investigation, Hamilton Police have arrested 31-year-old Peter Hopperton of Hamilton for conspiracy to commit an indictable offense. Hopperton is expected to appear before the courts later today. A search warrant was also executed at a Hamilton residence early this morning. The search of the residence is ongoing. This is an ongoing investigation. I would like to thank the public for their support in providing information and video, and encourage them to continue to provide any information they may have that would further the investigation. The information provided by the public and the work of our investigators led to today's arrest. I would encourage the public to continue to report any information to Detective Jamie Simpson at 905-546-3816 or anonymously through Crime Stoppers at 905-522-TIPS. I'll take questions.
What role do you believe that he played in this incident? I mean, was he an organizer or just taking part?
We believe that he obviously was taking part in the incident. Further evidence on the exact details of what that part played will be put forth in evidence before the courts.
Has a connection been made to this group called the Tower that has a chapter here in Hamilton?
Yes, there is a connection between the individual involved and the tower. And we believe that the individual, Mr. Hopperton, is the operator of the tower, what's known as a collective, and also an anarchist space.
So are you investigating other individuals with the tower, that group in particular, in relation to this incident?
We continue to investigate any incident that is related or associated to anything that happened on March 3rd or other related incidents, and we will follow the evidence. We will let and see where that evidence leads us and proceed from there.
Will the tower be considered a gang?
At this time, the tower is known as a collective or an anarchist space, and that's the designation that we have for it currently.
Is he cooperating?
The individual is being spoken to currently, and I don't have any information on his level of cooperation.
Is he also connected to the book fair?
We believe that the individual is connected to the book fair as well.
Can you talk about how police identify him at all? Like, are you through surveillance video, or do you have witnesses that are cooperating or anything like that?
We have a number of mechanisms that we have used. Primarily, we've had reports from the public, and as I mentioned, I would encourage the public to continue to report. We have also gathered electronic evidence that helps support, that has led us to this. And most notably, it's the work of the criminal investigators from our Division I Criminal Investigation Branch that have been working on this since the matter first occurred.
Where was the arrest actually made?
The arrest was made in Hamilton at the location where the search warrant is being completed.
Is that at the tower's property?
No, it's not.
At his home?
It's at a residence in the area of Cannon and Hess.
What about the evidence suggested that this was a group that was planning similar incidents, perhaps in the Hamilton community, to what was witnessed on Locke?
We only have evidence as it relates to that currently. However, we're open to any other information that might come forward from the public or otherwise, or any other information that we develop through our investigative techniques.
What about other arrests?
Sorry.
Sorry, what about other arrests? Have you identified anyone else within that group at this point?
What I can tell you is that the investigation is ongoing, and we will continue to follow the evidence. And if other arrests or any other incidents come up, we will report on them at the appropriate time.
You mentioned he was the operator. Do you believe that he was in fact there that night, or were people acting on his behalf?
At the tower?
At the walking through Locke Street.
Okay, so I believe that he is the operator of the tower, and we believe that he is associated to the events that occurred, and that's why he's facing the charge that he is.
But we don't know if he was exactly one of the people on Locke Street walking down that night when they defaced businesses.
I don't have that information.
What are some of the challenges in making this arrest? What have been the challenges in identifying these people?
Well, I think first and foremost, one of the largest challenges is the way these individuals are dressed when they're involved in this type of activity. The masking of their faces, the covering of their identities makes it very difficult. However, we do continue, like I said, to follow the evidence, and we will continue to investigate.
Do you have any message for anybody who may be associated with the tower now that you have arrested and charged who you believe to be their operator, somebody who may have been there that night?
The message is simple. If you see something, say something. If you know something, say something. You have the contacts out there to give us a call, and that is the message to anybody that has any information related to this. We're looking for that information all the time. Our lines are always open, so that's the message. Let us know what you know and report, and we'll go from there.
Sorry,
Yeah,
just for
more
clarification,
information.
did you say he was a participant, or you're not saying that? Is that safe to say or not?
Yeah, I did not say that. Yeah. So he's facing the charge that he has today, and
Okay.
we know that he had a role to play,
Okay.
and that's.
All right.
But I didn't say what that was because I don't have the information.
Okay, thank you.
Now that one arrest has been made, will it be easier to identify the other people involved?
Well, we'll see. We'll continue with the investigation, and we'll proceed, and it depends on what information comes in, and as we go along, we'll gather that information and we'll proceed accordingly.
And
Do
to
you have more
clarify, you
information
didn't
about
say
how
that
the
he
group
was the
organized?
organizer?
Sorry, one at a time, please.
Go ahead, Nicole.
Do you have any more information about how the group organized and whether you believe the people involved were local or from out of town, or both?
And I can't provide any information on that because the investigation is ongoing, and we also expect to have an individual before the courts this afternoon.
Is there an update on the figure as to the amount of damage that was caused? It was reported as 100,000 earlier. Is that still accurate?
I don't have anything different than that.
There have been a number of incidents in the Barton Street neighborhoods as well that are vandalism. Has any connection been made to the town in regards to those?
I don't have that information.
We'll have one more question.
How about the rallies that were held a couple of weeks ago? Are anybody involved in those rallies suspected to be involved in vandalism last month as well?
I don't have any information to speak to that.
Okay.
Thank you.